Hello, dear friends. A very good evening. Am I audible? Please reply. Am I audible? Okay. So, on behalf of Intelletics, I welcome all the 10th standard ICSE students for the fifth practice paper solution set. I can say the practice paper session in biology because you people are going to write your board exams, that is biology paper tomorrow. Hi Samana. Hi Kanak. Okay, so we start with this first. Question number one, sub-question A. The condition in which both alleles are similar. A. Heterozygous. B. Homozygous. C. Hybrid. D. Phenotype. So condition in which both the alleles are similar. It's quite an easy question. The correct answer for this question is B. Homozygous. Friends, remember the same condition homozygous is also at times called as pure. So if in the options you don't find the option as homozygous but you find the option as pure, then your answer would be pure. Okay. Going ahead with the question number one, sub question B. The stage in interphase where DNA replication occurs is dash. A. G1 phase. B. G2 phase. C. S phase. D. G0 phase. And the correct answer for this question is S phase. Please remember S stands for synthetic phase. In this phase, the DNA replicates or duplicates, but remember the chromosomes number remains the same. The DNA content doubles, but the number of chromosomes remains the same. Keep this in mind. The number of chromosomes remains the same in the interphase, in the S phase, even though the DNA has doubled up. Question number one, sub question C. The recessive trait for pod shape in garden pea is dash. A. Round. B. Wrinkled. C. Inflated. D. Constricted. The recessive trait for pod shape. So what is the recessive trait for pod shape? Try to recollect shape of the pods. What are the shape of the pods? Which are the traits seen in this? So the correct answer for question number 1C is D, constricted. Now Kanak, it is not B but it is D, that is constricted. Raja, round and wrinkled is the shape of the seeds, and what you've been asked is the shape of the pod. So there are two shapes in the pod. Either it is inflated or it is constricted. In this, inflated is dominant and constricted is recessive. So your answer is D. I hope Kanak you understood this. Question number one, sub question D. The components of nucleoside is dash. A. Nitrogenous base, phosphate and sugar. B. Nitrogenous base and sugar. C. Phosphate and sugar. D. Nitrogenous base and phosphate. So what is a nucleoside? I've explained this concept in one of the questions in the earlier papers that we have solved. So all the students who have missed out the earlier paper solving sessions, kindly go to the playlist and keep watching it, keep listening to it, even though while you are about to, go to the school for the exam on the way, also you can listen to it. Well, the answer for this question is B, nitrogenous base and sugar. Please remember, a nucleotide is equal to nucleoside plus phosphate. And a nucleoside is a nitrogenous base plus sugar. So that's an easier way to remember. Question number 1, sub-question E. The scientist who first studied chromosomes in animals is dash. A. Gregor Mendel. B. Charles Darwin. C. Walter Fleming. D. R.H. Whittaker. So the correct answer, the scientist who first studied chromosomes in animals, is Walter Fleming. So that's the answer. Correct hai, Samana, correct answer. Going ahead with question number 2, sub-question A. The 23rd pair of chromosomes in humans are called as dash. A. Autosomes. B. Allosomes. C. Centrosomes. D. None of these. And the correct answer for this question is B. Allosomes. Friends, remember, autosomes are the somatic chromosomes. That is, those which control the somatic characters. Whereas allosomes are the sex chromosomes which control the sexual characters, and these includes X and Y. Question number 2, sub-question B. A plant cell kept in a certain solution got plasmolized. The nature of the solution is dash. A. Hypotonic. B. Isotonic. C. Hypertonic. D. Dilute. So answer me for question number 2, sub-question B. A plant cell kept in a certain solution got plasmolized. The nature of the solution is dash. And the correct answer for this question is C. It's hypertonic. Question number 2, sub-question C. A negative result while testing a leaf for starch is a dash coloration. I repeat, a negative result while testing a leaf for starch is a dash coloration. A. Blue black. B. Blue. C. Black. D. Brown. So a negative result while testing a leaf for starch is a dash coloration. And the correct answer for this question is brown. Okay, so a negative result while testing a leaf for starch is a brown coloration. Going ahead with question number 2, sub-question D. The force of attraction that keeps the water molecules together during the ascent of sap is dash. A. Cohesion. B. Adhesion. C. Diffusion. D. None of these. So the force of attraction that keeps the water molecules together during ascent of sap is dash. And the correct answer for this question is A, cohesion. So the force of attraction that keeps the water molecules together during ascent of sap is cohesion. Question number 2, sub-question E. An individual with morphologically similar sex chromosomes is a dash. A, male, B, female, C, both male and female, D, neither male nor female. So an individual with morphologically similar sex chromosomes is dash. What should be the answer for this question? The correct answer is female. See, morphologically similar sex chromosomes, that is X and X, both are the sex chromosomes are same. So the correct answer here is female. Question number 3, sub-question A. What will be the number of chromosomes in a cell in which karyokinesis is completed but cytokinesis has not taken place if the parent cell has 8 chromosomes? And your options are A, 4, B, 8, C, 16, D, 32. Karyokinesis is completed but cytokinesis has not taken place. Hi, sweetie Kumari. So start solving the paper with us. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. It's altogether free of cost, but okay. So answer to this question is C. See, karyokinesis is completed. So the chromosomes have duplicated and the cell has daughter chromosomes, right? Cytokinesis is not yet done. So this means that the cell will have 8 chromosomes at one pole and 8 chromosomes at the other pole. So the number comes to 8 plus 8, that is 16. I hope you understood this. Question number 3, sub-question B. In the experiments of photosynthesis, the purpose of de-starching is to dash. A. Make the leaves colorless. B. Kill the cells of the leaf. C. Convert glucose into starch. D. Avoid a false positive test when the leaf is tested for the presence of starch. So what should be the answer for question number 3B? And the correct answer for this question is to avoid a false positive test when the leaf is tested for presence of starch. This is the reason or purpose of de-starching in the experiments of photosynthesis. Question number 3C. Which process increases oxygen level in the atmosphere? A. Respiration. B. Photosynthesis. C. Metabolism. D. All of these. Quite an easier question. Be fast. So the process that increases oxygen level in the atmosphere is photosynthesis. Question number 3D. Some plants show wilting of their leaves at noon even if the soil is well watered because A. Rate of transpiration is more than the rate of absorption. B. Rate of absorption is more than the rate of transpiration. C. The rate of transpiration is equal to the rate of absorption. D. The rate of transpiration is very low. So what is the answer for this question? Why do some plants show wilting of their leaves at noon, even if the soil is well watered? And the correct answer for this question is the rate of transpiration is more than the rate of absorption, and this is the reason why some plants may show wilting of their leaves at noon, even if the soil is well watered. Question number 3E. Which of these factors do not affect the rate of photosynthesis? A. Quality of light. B. Intensity of light. C. Oxygen concentration. D. Carbon dioxide concentration. So which is a factor which does not affect the rate of photosynthesis? And the correct answer for this question is C. Oxygen concentration. Oxygen concentration does not affect the rate of photosynthesis. Question number 4. Explain the following terms. And the first term that you have to explain is antitranspirants. A. Hormones that reduce transpiration. B. Physical or chemical agents that reduce or stop transpiration. C. Chemical substances that increase transpiration. D. Physical or chemical agents that do not have any effect on the rate of transpiration. So, explain the term anti-transparent. Anti means against. So, what is the answer for question number 4A? And the correct answer for this question is B. So, the correct answer is B. Physical or chemical agents that reduce or stop transpiration. Anti means against. So you can understand why the answer is this. Question number 4. Explain the term. Sub-question B. The law of dominance. A. Out of two pairs of characters present together, one is dominant and the other is recessive. B. Out of a pair of contrasting characters present together, both are able to express themselves equally. C. Out of a pair of contrasting characters present together, only one is able to express itself while the other remains suppressed. D. Out of two pairs of characters present together, both are dominant. So the correct answer for the law of dominance is C. Out of a pair of contrasting characters present together, only one is able to express itself while the other remains suppressed. You know, out of the two characters, one character expresses itself in the F1 generation, and that's called as the dominant character. The character that is not expressed in the F1 generation is called as the recessive character. Question number 4. Explain the term polymerization. A. Small molecules combining chemically to produce a very large molecule. B. Several glucose molecules combining to form a starch molecule. C. Several similar or dissimilar monomer molecules combining to form a polymer. D. All of the above. So the correct answer for question number 4C will be D. All of the above. So I was sure that many students will get confused. So please remember the answer here is all of the above. Question number 4. Explain the term D, that is semi-permeable membrane, and your first option is a membrane that allows the passage of solute as well as solvent molecules across them. B. A membrane that allows the passage of water and some selected solutes across them. C. A membrane that allows only water molecules and no solute to pass through them. D. A membrane that allows neither solvent nor solute molecules to pass through them. And the correct answer for this question is C. So a semi-permeable membrane is a membrane that allows only water molecules and no solutes to pass across them. So answer to question 4D is C. Question 4. Explain the following terms. Sub-question E. D. Plasmolysis. A. The phenomena in which a plasmolysed cell regains its turgid state when placed in pure water. B. The phenomena in which a plasmolysed cell loses its turgid state when placed in water. C. The phenomena in which a turgid cell loses its state when placed in concentrated solution. D. None of the above. DED means removal. So I'm giving you a hint here. So what is deplasmolysis? And the correct answer for this question is A. So deplasmolysis is the phenomenon in which a plasmolysed cell regains its turgid state when placed in pure water. Very good. Correct answer. Kanak Kapil, Samana Deshpande, Arushi Shah. Perfect answer. Okay. Question number 5. State the exact location of A. Homologous chromosomes, and your options are A. In the cytoplasm, B. In the nucleus, C. In the mitochondria, D. None of the above. So the correct answer, the homologous chromosomes, where are they exactly located? So the homologous chromosomes are located, very easy question as such. So I want the answers fast. They are located in the nucleus. Question number 5, state the exact location of sub-question B, that is mesophyll cells. A. Outside the upper and lower epidermis of the leaf. B. On the upper and lower epidermis of the leaf. C. In between the upper and lower epidermis of the leaf. D. Only on the upper epidermis of the leaf. So answer fast. Where are the mesophyll cells located? And the correct answer for this question is in between the upper and the lower epidermis of the leaf. Friends, remember the word meso itself means in between. Okay, so keep this in mind. Question number 5, state the exact location of sub-question C, that is germinal cells. A, in the ovary and testis in the animals. B, in the ovary and anther in plants. C, neither one nor two. D, both 1 and 2. So, where are the germinal cells located? So, the correct answer for this question is both 1 and 2. Friends, germinal cells, which also at times called as the germ cells, are the cells which are present in the reproductive organs. Question number 5, sub-question D. Give the location of sunken stomata. A, found in a depression on the lower epidermis of the leaves of xerophytic plants. B, found in a depression on the upper epidermis of the leaves of xerophytic plants. C, found in a depression on both the epidermis of the leaves of xerophytic plants. D, found in a depression on the upper epidermis of stem of terrestrial plants. So the correct answer, the location, the exact location of sunken stomata will be A. Okay, so it is found in a depression on the lower epidermis of the leaves of the xerophytic plants. So your answer for question number 5D is A. Question number 5. State the exact location of sub-question E, that is hydrogen bonds in DNA. A. Between the sugar and the phosphate. B. Between the sugar and the nitrogenous base. C. Between the purine and the pyrimidine bases. D. Between adenine and thymine and between guanine and cytosine. And the correct answer for this question is D. Hydrogen bonds are present in between adenine and thymine and between guanine and cytosine. Remember, there are 2 weak hydrogen bonds in between adenine and thymine and 3 weak hydrogen bonds between cytosine and guanine. Question number 6. State the functions of the following. Sub-question A, thick cuticle. And your options are A, enhances diffusion of water vapor during transpiration. B, permits excessive loss of water by transpiration. C, prevents excessive loss of water by transpiration. D, prevents exchange of respiratory gases. So what is the function done by the thick cuticle? And the correct answer for this question is C. Thick cuticle prevents the excessive loss of water by transpiration. So answer for question number 6, A, is C. Going ahead, state the function of B.Xylem tissue in the leaf veins. A, transports food from roots to all parts of the plants. B. Transports water and minerals from petiole throughout the lamina. C. Transports food from the petiole throughout the lamina. D. Transports water from the petiole throughout the lamina. So state the function done by the xylem. And the correct answer for this question is B. Xylem tissue in the leaf veins helps in transport of water and minerals from petiole throughout the lamina. Well, there is one question from Ujjwal Bartwal. What is fertilization? Well, Ujjwal Bartwal, the answer to this question, fertilization is the process of fusion of gametes. Okay, so fertilization is the fusion of gametes. So a haploid male gamete fuses with a haploid female gamete. This process of fusion is called as fertilization. Ujjwal, did you understand it, Bacha? Question number 6. State the function of the following. Sub-question C. Tonoplast of the vacuole. A. Maintains the turgor pressure inside the plant. B. Maintains the balance of nutrients and ions inside and out of the vacuole. C. Maintains the structure of the vacuole. D. All of the above. So what is the function done by tonoplast of the vacuole? So the correct answer for this tonoplast of the vacuole, the function done by the tonoplast of the vacuole is all of these. Ujjwal, बच्चा आपने बताया नहीं, have you understood? Please reply. Okay, question number 6, sub question D. Give the function of centrosomes. A. Initiates and regulates cell division. B. Forms the spindle fibers with the help of asters. C. Provides a supportive framework for the cell. D. Both 1 and 2 but not 3. So what is the function done by the centrosomes? And the correct answer for this question is both 1 and 2 but not 3. Going ahead with question number 6, state the functions of the following sub-question E. Subsidiary cells in the stomata. What is the function done by subsidiary cells in the stomata? A. Produce ATP. B. Facilitates breaking down of water molecule. C. Facilitates guard cell movement. D. Facilitates fixation of carbon dioxide. So the correct answer for this question is C. So the subsidiary cells in the stomata facilitate the guard cell movement. Question number 7. Study this diagram and answer the questions. The first sub-question here is, which two factors are affecting the rate of photosynthesis as shown in the diagram? A. Light intensity and chlorophyll content. B. Carbon dioxide concentration and water. C. light intensity and carbon dioxide concentration. D. Light intensity and water. So, which are the two factors affecting the rate of photosynthesis? And the correct answer for question number 7.1 is C. It is light intensity and carbon dioxide concentration. You can clearly see it from the diagram. Same diagram, second sub question. Name two internal factors that can affect the rate of photosynthesis. A. Structure of leaf and chlorophyll content. B. Structure of leaf and light intensity. C. Protoplasm and light intensity. D. Structure of leaf and carbon dioxide concentration. You have been asked about the internal factors that affect the rate of photosynthesis. So सोच समझ के आंसर दीजिएगा internal factor. Very easy. The answer to this question will be A. Structure of leaf and chlorophyll content are the two internal factors here that can affect the rate of photosynthesis. Same diagram. Next sub question. How can the rate of photosynthesis be increased beyond the point S? A. By increasing light intensity. B. By increasing carbon dioxide concentration. C. By decreasing the light intensity. D. By decreasing carbon dioxide concentration. Look at this image and answer. Carefully look at this image and answer. Beyond the point S. And the correct answer for this question is B. Okay, going ahead, question number 7, the same diagram. Fourth sub question, which law is followed here? A. Mole's law of limiting factor. B. Hoff's law of limiting factors. C. Mendel's law of inheritance. D. Blackman's law of limiting factors. And the correct answer for this question is D. The law that is followed here is Blackman's law of limiting factors. Same image. Next sub question. Why does photosynthesis rate fall and stop after 40 degrees Celsius? A. Enzymes are destroyed. B. Diffusive capacity of carbon dioxide is reduced. C. Dehydration of protoplasm occurs. D. None of the above. So why does photosynthesis rate fall and stop after 40 degrees centigrade? And the correct answer for this question is A. Photosynthesis rate falls and stops after 40 degrees because the enzymes are destroyed. Question number 8. Study this diagram and answer. First sub question, name the phenomena which is being demonstrated in this. A. Absorption. B. Transpiration. C. Photosynthesis. D. Respiration. So, which is a phenomenon demonstrated by this particular apparatus that is seen in the diagram? And the correct answer for this question is B, transpiration. So this diagram depicts transpiration. Same diagram, next up question. What is the purpose of putting oil in the test tube? A, to make the apparatus airtight. B, to measure the water lost from the surface. C, to avoid surface evaporation of water. D, to facilitate surface evaporation of water. And the correct answer for this question is C, to avoid surface evaporation of water. Same diagram. Next up question. Why is the spring balance attached to the setup? A, to measure the change in the weight of the setup. B, to measure the loss in the weight of the setup. C, to measure the difference in the weight in the beginning and the end of the experiment. D, all of the above. And the correct answer for this question is D, all of the above. Same setup, same diagram. Next up question. What can be the control setup of this experiment? A, similar setup without the plant. B, exactly similar as the experimental setup. C, similar setup but without spring balance. D, none of the above. So what can be the control setup of this experiment? So what should be the answer? What can be the control setup of this experiment? And the correct answer for this question is the correct answer is A, similar setup but without the plant. Now, I guess this is the last question. Define the process named in the picture. A, loss of water as water droplets from the leaves they are given out. B, loss of water as water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant. C, loss of water as water droplets from the aerial parts of the plant. D, loss of water from the stem. So name the process. And the correct answer is B. The process named here is loss of water as water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant, that is nothing but transpiration. So friends, we have completed the fifth practice paper session in biology. We have many more to go. Okay, you can take a short break of 10 minutes. Please stay connected. Ask your friends also to join in so that we can solve as many papers as possible that will help you. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will get to know. Please hit the like button if you've really liked our efforts that we are putting in.